Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm a little under the weather, but we're gonna make this work. We're gonna let some people jump on here, and then we got a special guest here for you guys, and we might have someone else jumping in on this live as well. So wait for some of y'all to get on here, and we are going to get rolling with Jeremy Whited from Offroad Performance. Hey Jeremy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Good. We're gonna let some people get in here because it only shows there's one person right now, and I know that you got way more people than that want to see you.
They're all busy. They're busy working.
Keeping them working, are you?
Yeah, they need to be.
Jeremy, tell me a little bit about you, what you own.
From Western Kentucky, been an off-road enthusiast, from early ages in life. Took a break from it, in the early 2000s. We were the first guys around me and my ex-brother-in-law and stuff that had a tube chassis and rock crawlers back in the day, in our area. Took a break, raised kids. My kids rodeoed and are very into the horse lifestyle. I got wrapped up in all that for a long time with them and enjoyed that lifestyle with them for the last 20 years, just about. And about 4 years ago, we got back into the off-roading and trail riding and dabbling in a few racing here and there. And then a couple of years ago, we went full board and started an off-road racing team and just been hitting it ever since.
Tell me what it's like having a team. Is it stressful?
It kind of got out of hand, if you want to know the truth. We started with I wanted to build something a little unique. We started with a stock Pro R and I wanted to turbocharge it. I wanted to get big power out of a Pro R. So we took a full body Pro R and beefed it up a little and put a big turbo kit on it and started playing in some knockout races and things like that a few years ago. And kind of got the fever for the racing aspect of things and started joining the NRA and Outlaw and a few of them guys doing the hill killing stuff. And we bought a buggy from Cash LaCroix, the standback buggy, TC's old buggy. Was the first, that was kind of the door opener for us to get into the big bouncers and that style of racing. So we got it and dabbled with it a couple years ago and got our feet wet in it. And the buggy Gold Rush took a pretty nasty wreck at Wildcat a couple years ago and it come up for sale after that crash. And we purchased that buggy, brought it home, fixed it. And then, we're two buggies deep then. And it just never stalled. We've got a boy named Dustin Medley that drives that buggy that has a very extensive mechanical background, extreme good engine builder and things like that. So he kind of keeps the mechanical side of things going for us. And my son-in-law drives another buggy for us, Clay Cason. We just built his new buggy, debuted it a few weeks ago at Windrock, the retirement plan buggy.
This one?
Yep, that's it. So we partnered up with Harris Metalworks, and we actually took Standback apart and took all the good components that was left in Standback and used them in this new build on the retirement plan buggy. Finished it just a few weeks ago and debuted it at Windrock Park and done fair there. Had a few little hiccups in the buggy, and then last weekend I think he ended up 4th place overall in the buggy and got a lot more kinks worked out of it and it's doing real well.
That kid can drive, I tell you. That kid can drive.
For sure. He's an animal in it. And back in the winter, last year we had Dustin racing, Clay racing, Jesse Phillips racing in UTV class. I kind of just drove around with them and helped them out and kind of watched from the back sidelines and things. And then at the end of the year last year, the Undertaker buggy that you see behind us come up for sale. And I'm like, why not race with them? So I bought it and played with it through the winter and changed a lot of stuff up on it. And so I'm racing it this year myself. And I actually took the Pro R back that we built in winter before last and started racing it myself as well. So
that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
talking about that buggy behind you, I know that there's something going around the internet.
Yeah, I know. I don't. I drove my butt off.
Tell
I
us a
mean,
little
what can
bit
you
about what
say?
happened.
That buggy is built with some. It's kind of a unique design out of the box of most traditional buggies built. It has a direct driven SCS box mated to the rear axle house, the rear center chunk, third member. And it's mated together with a drive coupler. So the buggy is put together with a bunch of pinch bungs in the back, cage bungs on the back end of it. And I clipped a tree at Windrock, and it sheared all the bolts off the right hand side of the cage and allowed that third member to completely
That's
disconnect.
crazy.
Yeah, so I'm going up there. I feel like I have a great run going. I'm like, man, this is going
I was gonna
good,
say, what was your reaction to that? Like, did
And I
you
felt
feel
it
it
clip that
happening?
tree. When it clipped that tree at the top, I mean, it didn't feel like it hit that hard, but when I went to move, I could feel it crab walking a little bit. So I'm like, well, something broke. It's an independent suspension buggy, so I'm like, I broke a tie rod, an A arm, something minor. I'm just going to finish the course. I just had that finish line on my mind, and about halfway
That's
down
what
that
you're supposed
hill,
to do.
yeah, about halfway down the hill, I lost all brakes, everything, and I'm like, yeah, something's not right back here. I felt the back end hit the ground, and I'm like, yeah, something definitely has failed.
I will
And
say I definitely loved watching the video of you climbing out, and you're just like, "Yep, I did that.
yeah, I mean,
That
what do you do?
happened.
You get mad
I
about
mean,
it,
it's
or
done. What can you do now?"
yeah, you just accept it and go on, and try to do that with everything in life. You get deal lemons sometimes. We're gonna make some lemonade and roll on. So we brought the
That's
buggy
right.
home, got it on the trailer, and thankfully there was a fellow racer there that had a open trailer that we could get it on, because we could have never got it in the enclosed trailers. Brought it home, and man, Jesse Phillips and the boy that runs our shop here, Chris Collier, is our mechanic and fabricator. Man, them boys worked around the clock for 2 weeks straight to get the buggy back together, and so I could make it to the race last week at Outlaw. We loaded the buggy up. We thought, man, it's just a few little things here and there, not a big fix, not a hard problem to fix at all. We thought a couple of days we'll have it fixed. Well, we ran into problem after problem and putting it back together, and ended up cutting the entire back end off and refabbing a complete new back end on it. And it took a lot more work than we expected, but got it back together. It's better than it was, and ready to do it again.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know that when I saw it, everyone's like, "Hey, did you see this? Did you see that?" I'm like, "I know that guy."
I told him before I left the shop, I was like, I can't win. I'm not young enough to drive like these boys do. I said, but I'll make the highlight reel one way or the other. And I believe I
Right?
did.
Absolutely. What would you say it was like when you got back into racing yourself with all these boys? Like your first
You
event?
know,
Were you
definitely,
nervous?
yeah, definitely nervous. I mean, everything is coming so, back when I was really big in the off roading, it was, it was crawling. We crawled everything, rock crawling, low gears, not big, not much horsepower. That was the style of off roading I was used to. Then did a little hill killing and side by sides and stuff as they evolved and come along. But getting in a 4,000-pound buggy with 1,200 horsepower, and things just come a lot quicker to you than you could ever imagine. The behind the scenes that it takes for all the guys that are racing these buggies and that style of racing atmosphere it'd be mind blowing for the general public to really know what really goes on behind the scenes to get to them, to get to the race course, the cost behind it. I mean, the financial side of it is just astronomical. We went to West Virginia last year, 2 big buggies, and when we come home, it's $30,000 to get to the next race for the stuff we tore up. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
that's
it's insane, and you don't win any money. I mean, $1,500 win first place. 4, 5, 6,000 for a season or something. But
oh yeah.
a tire costs $1,200 a piece.
I
So
guess I won't complain when I break stuff.
yeah, so
Because that's a lot more than when I break stuff.
we don't do it for that side of it. It's just every one of them guys go out there and put everything on the line to give a good show, and we do it for the fans and for the crowd for sure.
Yeah, because not only that, I mean, they got families, they got they got kids, they got families. I mean, things happen way faster than we think nowadays,
Absolutely.
unfortunately. So I
Absolutely.
100% respect that. But I know that I've seen you guys in action, and you guys definitely put on a show. So
We appreciate it.
yeah. What would you say keeps you hooked on the sport?
The friendships. I mean, we've met so many amazing people, Jimmy Dean, we've met, just we met him last year and we've been on vacation together. We've, just so many people we've met, so many great people we've met in the sport. Everybody treats you like family. I mean, just it's a lifestyle you have to love. I mean, that's for sure.
So someone's asking, is it really a retirement plan?
Definitely not. It is it's I should have named it bankrupt. And not
Now you know what to name the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've been talking about how you have, great racers that race for you. So not only do you race, but you support a team. What would you say that's like?
It's a lot of work. Each buggy is you can go over it before you show up and get there and find into something pops up out of nowhere that you got to fix. And having a team behind you is kind of we took a different approach to it when we built this, and just for sponsorships for that part of it. We've got 4 or 5 buggies at every race that we can put that logo on, versus just one person, one race, one individual person. So, we got race suits and 5 buggies and, merchandise for each individual racer and stuff like that we can advertise on. And, having that power behind you when something breaks down. It's all, everybody clicks, everybody knows whatever needs to be done and knows where the spare parts are on the trailer. And, one person, I might be racing and they'll see me have a flat tire, and before I get back, they done gone to the trailer and got the tire and come back. I mean, it's definitely a learning curve at first, but we're all clicking together and,
Figuring it out.
Just getting strapped in, getting your Hans hooked up, just all those different things you do. The team aspect of it definitely helps. There's a lot more support for sure.
So someone's asking, do you supply your drivers with the machines or do they contribute to the machines?
All the machines that we own: Gold Rush, Undertaker sitting behind me, Retirement Plan, the new Ford Play buggy that used to belong to Jay Storks that we purchased last winter, renamed it to Outplay. Jesse Phillips drive it. They're all owned by Offroad Performance. We supply them drivers with their machines.
So based off of that, how do you pick people to drive these? How do you these machines?
We really didn't. Clay is my son-in-law, married to my daughter, of course, and Clay's a wheelman. Of course, he's got a buggy to drive. Dustin Medley that's driving Gold Rush for us, that he started out year before last driving the Pro R. We built the Pro R, tube chassis Pro R with turbocharger and 4-wheel steer. He initially started out driving it. We got the chance to buy Gold Rush. We put Dustin into it. Dustin's a very good wheelman. And we were at the lake just hanging out with some friends, and Dustin walks up, and I hadn't seen Dustin in probably 5 years. And we used to trail ride a little bit together. And I said, "Hey, Dustin, you want to drive a bouncer this year, bud?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, we got a buggy sitting here. You want to wheel it all year in NRA? We'll pay for it, And it just worked out. That's probably been the biggest questions we've been asked here is, why do you spend all the money you spend on buggies for other people to drive? And I don't know if I know the answer to that yet. I'm still asking myself every day.
Well, I know that, like my mom says here, you let Jace, Northington, a young man whose machine was broken at Texplex on New Year's. I mean, you threw him in your buggy, and I'll tell you, that kid can wheel too.
Yeah, he beat me in my own buggy. He unloaded his. My shop supports Jace's and Josie's race buggies for the most part. We do pretty much all the work on them, and we had been chasing a gremlin on his buggy for a couple of weeks, and thought we had it fixed. He shows up at Texplex. We drive 6 hours to get there, and buggy's back to square one where it was when it left. So I kind of felt guilty because we were the ones working on it, and I'm like, hey. We took the Pro R for a spare just for that reason, and he never sat behind the wheel in it one time, and he drove it really well. I think he ended up
That's
third or
awesome.
fourth place, actually.
Yeah, he did good.
He
Hey,
did.
Cody.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you? This is Jeremy with Offroad Performance. I don't know if you've actually met him yet, but I told him we'd have you jumping in here.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? I haven't met him, but I watch him.
I'm sure
Very
you
good.
do. They definitely
Yep.
put on a show.
Yes, he has. How you doing,
I'm sure
Jeremy?
Good. Yourself?
Doing great.
I'm sure we already talked about it, but I'm sure you've seen the video that was going around, right?
Oh yeah.
Of his buggy.
Yep. Yep,
uh,
I saw it.
Jeremy, I have to ask, what's more stressful, racing or, running a team, managing a team?
Oh boy, the racing is a relief, a stress relief for sure. And the team, I mean, it's not hard. I mean, everybody's good, easy go. We're all great friends, and everybody kind of knows their place and takes up where the slack of somebody else when they need to. So it's more of a big friendship than anything. It's not like we went out and grabbed some strange guy we seen race somewhere and said, "Hey,
Right?
come race with me."
Come race with me. I don't
Some
know
days I
you,
might
but
should do that, but
I can totally relate to that.
yeah,
I came from the pro stock truck pulling series. That's what I grew up doing, and I can relate to what you're doing and the costs and everything. I saw a little bit earlier before I jumped in here, but Jeremy, man, wow, what a buggy! I tell you what. And the first time I saw that video, I was like, okay, something happened. That was not right.
yeah,
There's no way welds broke. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
after I watched the little bit of the recap videos after that and how you had it set up and why, it made more sense. So,
Yeah,
my,
there was one
go ahead.
small cracked weld on the whole buggy. And there was some tubing that broke in half, but literally the bolts just broke in it. And the crazy, that buggy's been built 10 years now, and um, we noticed that the way it was built and kind of questioned it a few times. But I'm like, hey, it's been together for 10 years. It'll probably be fine. I'm not going to drive it that hard. So,
Right.
but I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you drove it hard
I
that day.
know. I've actually been watching you for a while now,
Yeah.
on different places you go and stuff like that, and I'm a huge fan. So,
Appreciate it.
He's got a fan
So
club for sure.
yeah. So, little Foxy, I don't know if you've already asked him this or not. I was trying to watch in the background earlier before I come on here a little bit, but did you make any changes to that chassis?
We did. We actually added a lot more bracing in it than it had initially. We still have the cage bungs in there, but we also went and lined some 1/4-inch steel plating around each cage bung, and
Okay.
laced. I think there's about 12 half-inch bolts that stitch that together around the cage bungs now. So
Okay, great.
if it pulls apart now, it will literally. I mean, it's going to be a new chassis. So, we raced last weekend. Everything went great on it. Buggy held together good and worked real well. So I was pleased with it.
It's awesome.
Well,
So you're a jack of all trades because I know you have multiple businesses, right?
Yeah. So the Offroad Performance shop is definitely I don't know if it breaks even ever, but our main source of revenue is, of course, the excavation business. We do heavy mining and large commercial site development.
I just
Oh,
want to know
wow.
how it is balancing all of that with racing.
Well, if you ask the guys on the excavating side, they say off-road performance takes priority over everything. But
I guarantee it does, doesn't
yeah,
it?
so
The boss is leaving for the day. Where are you going? Yeah, we already know.
yeah.
So do some of them people that, well, I guess, does Emily work for you?
Emily and Clay both work for me.
So they go too. They go with you.
Yeah, and then Jesse Phillips is the glue that holds the excavation business together. He's my main guy. He's a jack of all trades. He's a super good fabricator and mechanic on the race buggies and stuff as well. But
So he works for both companies then.
he is the man behind J&J Excavating for sure. And so when race season's here, when we taking off on Thursdays to go race, it's me and Jesse, Emily and Clay. There's four people running off right off the bat. as time has evolved, the excavating side kind of runs itself pretty much now. So it's not as hard as it was a few years ago. But definitely takes a little bit of hit during race season.
I was gonna say, I wonder how that went.
Yeah. So it definitely has a few tricks to it sometimes. We're all praying for rain days on Thursdays when we're ready to leave to go racing.
Right.
Oh, it's wet. We can't work today. Let's go race.
Can't work today.
Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know you're a husband, a dad, a grandpa to a beautiful granddaughter. How does that kind of fit into racing?
It's definitely been a struggle. I've got 4 daughters.
Wow.
All girls.
All girls.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry, brother.
So the oldest 2 are married with children. Emily being one of them. So Emily's diehard race girl. She's into it 100%. My oldest daughter and my other 2 daughters still are very big into the horses. My 15-year-old daughter Jessica still lives at home with us, and she's horse driven. She's homeschooled, and she breathes and sleeps horses. She gets up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, rain or shine, go exercise his horses. I think she's got 7 barrel horses right now that she's hauling.
Wow.
And so it's been a little bit of a struggle balancing my lifestyle change because, I rodeoed myself for 15 years. When my kids got to do it, I kind of got into it and started doing it myself. And that's the lifestyle we've lived since, the late 2000s and a few years ago.
And I'm sure, that she probably has events when you have events, I would think,
a lot,
right?
Yeah. Yes. Her and my wife are actually leaving Thursday morning to go to Texas for like 5 or 6 days. And they just got back from Texas just a few weeks ago while I was at another race. At Windrock, the season opener, they were in Texas rodeoing them. So it's definitely a balancing act between, getting to go and support her some and get to go do what I want to do as well. So that's been a little bit of a balancing act between all of us for sure. But we're getting through it. I just call her up and say, hey, Jess, you need a new horse or something, buy that love from her a little bit.
As long as you're supportive of them and they're supportive of you and what you're doing, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
right there, and everything. But you need to convince her it's not just 1 horsepower you need to worry about, maybe 1,200.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Yeah. So
I can handle the single horse a little better.
Oh, can you?
So can you see that question that just
I
popped
do.
up, Jeremy? They want to know, being a girl dad, what message do you give the girls about chasing things that may not be a female dominant sport?
Oh boy, I say chase any dream, no matter what you think about it. I mean, if it's your dream, I think you dream it big and you go after it. I've watched you race. Josie Northington is a perfect example.
Absolutely, she's young. She's coming up in the next generation for sure.
Yeah, she's I was physically at her first race. She'd never sat in a side by side, never driven one around a yard, literally, and got in the driver's seat and literally just dominated the course. I mean, it's insane how good she done in it. And, taking that podium win last weekend over her brother, I mean, I think it's awesome. I love to see a girl dominate the sport that is pretty much full of men. I think it's awesome. As being a girl dad, I'm like, I encourage it more and more and more. I've been begging my daughter that's 15 years old, get in a race buggy. Come on, whatever. Let's get one. Let's go race with me. She's not giving up the horses.
Now, did Emily race with you for a little bit?
Emily raced a little bit, yeah.
Right?
She did.
She had a wreck, didn't she?
She had a pretty good wreck. We actually were trail riding, and she would come up to an obstacle, and I'm like, Emily, it's not a big deal. If you roll over, you're going to hit that tree. And we were on the side of a cliff, pretty much, a pretty steep bluff, and she rolled over and hit a tree. It didn't stop her, and she flipped about 12 times, end over end, all the way to the bottom, and knocked her out, and her and another friend with her, and scared her pretty good. So she's got behind the wheel some since then, had a baby, and that has slowed her down some, but she has ambitions to race again.
I know you got that grandbaby in one. I seen her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I seen her driving around with that hot pink cage.
Yeah, she tear that thing up around the shop here, but she gets to the races and she has to wait in line until it's her turn, and she don't have the patience yet for that, but she's getting there.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anthony, with MRT Tires says he's looking forward to seeing you all race this weekend. They have a couple MRT UTVs racing.
Cool.
Good. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's a good person to get in contact with. Yeah. So you're also known for helping kids in the sport. You know, I'm a big advocate for kids. I love my kiddos. Where does that come from?
I mean, I was that kid that always dreamed of doing that stuff when I was growing up. My mom and dad worked hard to provide us with the things we had, but we were on a very fixed income growing up. I'm self-made. I started my business from scratch. I think I made $15 an hour, or $12 an hour actually, in 2010 when I started my business. And I was always that kid that watched everybody else race and enjoyed the sport and never could afford to do it all. I mean, I had a broken down 3-wheeler. I mean, my first 3-wheeler my grandma bought at a yard sale for $100 and had 3 flat tires on it. You know, we brought it home and I rode it for a month with 3 flat tires because we couldn't buy tires, you know. So I just always have had a soft spot for that kind of stuff, and enjoy getting to help the kids and watching them grow and supporting them the most I can.
So you talked about, you know, chasing dreams. What's some advice you would give to the young racers trying to get started?
Oh, man. I
know. I was going to pick your brain. I didn't tell you I was going to pick your brain, did I?
On that one.
Get off your PlayStation. Get outside.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's no dream that you can't catch. That's for sure. You got to set your mind to it and you got to work for it. Nothing in life's free. I mean, you're not going to go to bed tonight and wake up and be a millionaire tomorrow.
No.
I think anything in life that you feel is worth working for and you set your mind to it, you will succeed. You just good work ethics, keep your head clean. You know, I'm a big person on being a man of your word and doing what you say and following through. No matter the cost that comes behind it.
Absolutely.
Work hard and it pays off.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, you know, where I'm at now, when I first started racing, it takes work. It takes a lot of work.
And, you know, the racing side of things, a lot of people look at it as hobbies and playing and stuff, and we're trying to put it into more like a business model type stuff and modernize some of it a little bit more and try. We've been going to some events, some PRI. We set up a booth there, and
Emily set up an OPE too.
Yeah, OPE. Emily and Clay come up there for us. I unfortunately couldn't come at the last minute there. So we're trying to break the sport and you know, it's a lifestyle just like everything else is that a lot of people don't know exist, you know, and trying to get that word spread across the world.
What do you think the future of off-roading looks like with the next generation?
You better be a wheel man because some of these kids can get it. I mean, it's impressive to see.
I mean, we were talking about, you know, before we got on here, we were talking about Noah Butler.
Yeah.
Kid can wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have seen it for myself.
You got Noah Butler. You got Jace Northington. Hunter, the
Showtime Shane.
Yeah, that boy can. That boy can.
There's a lot of them coming up.
Yeah, I mean, they're just these kids. They don't have any fear. You got Brady McGreeth. He laid down the fastest lap time on course 1 last week in the Outlaw race. He's 15, 16 years old.
Jet Full Throttle. That's another one.
Yeah, Jet Full Throttle. He's a good driver as well. And them boys are, they're all young guys.
They're getting ready to take us all out.
I know. I'm going to go work on their buggies a little bit, slow them down a little bit.
Well, you have to have a new generation coming up, or the sport will die.
Yeah, we're going to have to have an old man's class and a young man's class or something
at some point. Yeah, but I love
to do like the the short course they do, like what is it, pro AM, and
Yeah,
then they have
yeah,
like
Yeah.
the older generation, and then they
definitely.
have the
Work
kids.
your way up type of thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to have those kids out there though, or it will die. It will, because
absolutely. Well, we know that when Jay starts getting slower, we know what happened.
Yeah,
You just
yeah. I
admitted
worked on it.
it. So, Jace, if you're watching, when you start becoming slower, you know why.
Yeah. Now, let me put a
Jeremy don't
YouTube
want you
in
to
there
beat
for you,
him.
Jace.
okay, Jeremy, I got a question. Is it all right, little Foxy?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
might have missed out, but where are you out of?
I'm out of Western Kentucky,
Are you okay?
little
All
small
right.
town called Fredonia. I'm going to say we're 35, 40 miles east of Paducah, Kentucky. This is the closest big town.
Okay. So you probably hit a lot of stuff on the East Coast also, right?
We do, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Pretty
cool.
much from Oklahoma to West Virginia.
Okay. What series do you follow? Which different series do you follow?
National Rock Racing is our main one.
Is it okay?
And then we do outlaw racing as well.
Okay.
And then we're a big supporter of Jimmy Dean. He's always supported us. We put on a couple races down here every year. Jimmy's always come and supported us. So we try to support Jimmy at all his races as well. We go to Pikes a little bit. It's hard. We try not to go anywhere we don't have stuff that we can take the big buggies to as well. But sometimes we load the UTVs up and just go to Pikes and have a good time with the weekend there and do the little hill climb they have. And
Okay. Okay. And you have more than one buggy? I know that's Undertaker behind you. Yeah,
I do.
four-play?
I have Undertaker, Ford Play, or we call it Outplay now. We changed the name on it this year. We have the brand new buggy we just got done building called Retirement Plan.
Okay.
And then we own Gold Rush.
It was called Ford Play?
It was, yes.
Okay. Well, you know what's funny?
Is that this one, Jeremy?
It is.
Okay. So he owns that one, Cody?
Okay.
This purple one that Clay Cason's driving. Undertaker.
Undertaker.
And
Okay.
then Gold Rush.
Okay. Gold Rush.
You've probably seen Gold Rush a lot.
Yeah, I've seen Gold Rush too.
And then we have the Pro R that's turbocharged with a 4-wheel steer also.
Well, the funny thing that it is, our Pro Stock four-wheel drive truck that we used to pull, still have it. The name of it was called Ford Play.
Oh, wow. That's pretty convenient.
20 years ago. Yeah. And I think I saw that buggy down at an event, Southern Missouri, NRRA event.
Oh, yeah.
Down there. What was that? I can't even remember the name of the park. It was south of Joplin down there. I think it was still in Missouri. North of Bentonville.
Is it the one where they had the last event at last year, Jeremy?
I think it is. I don't know the name of the park right off hands, but I think
and I think they did the knockout style too, didn't they, at that one? I'm pretty sure. I can't think of what it is though.
There's so many parks. That wasn't Adventure. It was oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm
Rush Springs.
Rush. It was at Rush. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was there. I think I got a couple of videos.
Welcome in, Jet.
There's Jet.
Chris Graisner wants to know, Jeremy, where do you get the most enjoyment in racing, helping, or driving?
Man, I think I get a little bit of all of it, if you want to know the truth. The partnerships with the fans and the people, and driving. You know, this year I've been to the last week was my third race in a big buggy this year. So I'm definitely getting a little more comfortable and enjoying that a lot more than I did the first race. But I like all of it. I like helping the drivers. Last year I didn't drive any at all. I just went and supported everybody and lended a hand and met people and kind of got a good footprint in the sport, and I enjoy all of it, I guess. I don't know if anything sticks out with others.
Hunter Showtime Shane's mom wants to know, what's the most important thing you would tell the upcoming youth about the sport?
Rachel.
I think setting a good appearance for yourself as far as, you know, your morals, just
Good
your,
sportsmanship.
yeah, your good sportsmanship. You know, man, I showed my butt at Jimmy Dean's last race. I thought I had a bogus call, and I just fell short of everything I've always preached, and it looks bad on the sport all the way around. So I think, you know, I think just being a good sportsman and having a good presence about yourself, and I think that goes a long ways.
Definitely.
My mom says she thinks the support and mentorship you give is very admirable. You've made a huge impact on me, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What's one? Well, I mean, we've been talking about it, but since there's way more people on now, what is the craziest moment you've had at an event?
Yeah, let's say the season opener at Windrock when I drove the tail end off my buggy. That's probably
I'm
the
sure you
craziest.
guys have seen the video, but I'm going
Yeah.
to show you guys the picture in case you haven't seen the video. This is Jeremy at Windrock.
Okay, that deserves the song "Low Rider" behind that.
Yeah, you should have been
Okay.
sitting in the seat coming down the hill.
Yeah,
And
you're
you know,
famous. I've seen that video so many times popping
Yeah.
up everywhere. Love it.
Yeah, I definitely know that they were posting as soon as it happened because I don't know where we were, but all I remember, oh, we were in the truck going somewhere, and I remember looking on my Dad, look at this. This is Jeremy. Look what happened. He's like,
Yeah.
how did that happen? I was like, I have no idea. I'll ask him.
You know, it's funny. You watch the videos on the hills and things, and they don't look like they're anything. I mean, they look like highways. And
Yeah,
when you're
video
coming
doesn't
off,
do justice.
you know, all the racing. You know, if you really watch all the racers nowadays, the uphill race is pretty even on everybody. You know, I mean, there's a few faster than others, but the downhill race is where the game is. If you can go fast downhill, and you're really skating on the edge the whole time, you know, of out of control to be fast. And when you're at the top of one of them hills and come down it, and you've got to accelerate and stay off that brake pedal. I mean, it's a whole different adrenaline rush than you can even imagine. And I encourage everybody that watches the sport to physically get out there and walk up that hill once, or get at the top and look down and get a driver's bird's eye view of the perspective that we see as we're going down that hill at, you know, 30 or 40 miles per hour, you know.
Exactly. At least go to the event. I mean, just looking at the hills, the videos do not do any justice
No.
on the angles at all. Every once in a while, you'll get like a certain video of one that will actually kind of give you an idea, but
Yeah.
unless you're there, no.
Yeah.
Hats
So
off to you, brother.
in the, you know, the smaller side-by-side world, I guess I should say, we're all pretty, you know, knit. I mean, everybody gets along. How is it when it comes to bouncers? I mean, does everybody pretty much get along, help everybody out?
Everybody does. I mean, it's mind blowing to see all the guys come together when a steering pump goes out. Or, I mean, I've physically been at races where somebody ran West Virginia last year. I think it was Wade Good and I can't think of the boy's name. Anyway, he had a steering pump failure. They literally in between races would unbolt a steering pump off of another buggy and bolt on that one. Just so that guy could, and they were competing for first and second place for the season points, you know, and
awesome.
them two lead guys are loaning parts back and forth to each other. There's no drama. I mean, it's just a very unique world, you know, that most of them are in.
It's a different
Everybody's
class.
doing to help everybody.
Jet wants to know if you have any projects in the works that you can tell us about.
We don't. So we just built the retirement plan buggy, partnered with Harris Metal Works on that build. We're building a brand new UTV for Blake Harity right now. It's going to be very nice when we get it done. Single seat race chassis. You know, we've been essentially for the last few years kind of a bolt-on performance type shop with light fab work and things like that. Harris Metal Works, Clay Harris is a good friend of mine, and he's kind of come in and built most of our chassis and stuff for us throughout the time. We just got done building a brand new shop they're still doing the electrical right now. And we're fixing to open a full-blown flab shop, buggies, chassis, the whole works. We've got a new Dragon coming in, new CNC bender, lots of new things coming for the season. So we're struggle with keeping our own stuff running as far as, the fabrication side of the chassis and stuff when we break stuff. So we kind of brought that side aspect in to kind of support our race team, but we're also going to open it to the public as well. Turnkey race buggies, UTVs and big buggies both.
That's awesome.
So,
well, I know somebody that needs a new cage on a new buggy.
I know we're gonna have to hook you up.
I'll be reaching out.
You be our test dummy.
I'll be your guinea pig.
All right, that'll work. We know you'll test it out too.
I will test it out. Absolutely. You already know that.
You
probably on the first time out, but hey,
little Foxy,
if I ain't winning, I'm putting on a show. We all know this.
You was so nervous here a week or so ago. I don't know why.
At the loop, I was. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I don't know
because
why.
I had all them jumps and I was in my 1,000, and sometimes it doesn't like to land, but hey, it landed on all 4 that weekend, so we did great.
You're one of few.
The first,
I was the only girl out there besides the 13-year-old girl, so I was just happy to be out there.
we were at that knockout race in Illinois. I don't know the name of the county fair there. I think it was the first time I might have actually met you even.
Pike, I think it was the Pike County, maybe.
Yeah, it was, and I think you were at the front A-arm or something off up there.
Oh yeah, when I went to hit right in the middle of the concrete. Yeah.
I'm like, this girl don't even check up. So I like it.
I did. I was just testing out them A-arms.
That's right. So,
my poor dad, the whole back of his garage, he has A-arms like left and right. Every time we find them on Marketplace,
souvenirs
we go buy
or
them
what?
at this point. Oh no, when we find them on Marketplace really cheap, we'll just go buy them and hang them on the wall for the next time we got to put one on.
I thought you meant broken ones or bent ones or something like that.
He's probably got those back there too. It wouldn't surprise me. I have to say though, that buggy, I think the only thing I've ever broke on it, besides the drive shaft in a short course race because I wasn't letting out of the throttle, has honestly been tie rods and A-arms. Like that's the only thing I've ever broke on that buggy. So we're doing good.
That's pretty good.
We're doing really good right now. But yeah,
Easy.
that's the first time I did ever meet you. And yeah, hey, I got out of it and I was like, hey, it happens, Oh, and my fenders. It always ends up, instead of, a nice roll, mine are just really graceful on the right side. It's never been on the left. It's always on the right. So we have so many right fenders.
That's funny.
Every time.
You don't need fenders.
No.
Slow you down.
Slow you down.
Honestly, this last one, I told him, I was like, I'm not buying a new fender. My dad's epoxied it together. If you guys look at my fender, you'll be like, what did you do to this thing? He's got it bolted in to my chassis. Like, it's not going anywhere at this point.
That's funny.
It's on there for good right now.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm tired of paying for these fenders. It's fine.
Yeah.
Who is someone you would say in the sport that you respect the most?
Man, there's so many guys. I mean, it's I've got mad respect for anybody that pushes the sport to be better. That's modernizing it, that's taking it to the next level, is putting the work in. I mean, we put in we got a small park up here, Sugar Creek Off-Road. A good friend of mine, David Fritz, Fritz Performance Transmissions, owns a place, and we host a race there alongside with him once or twice a year, every year. And there's a lot of work that goes into the races to produce them and put them on. And if you're advocating for the sport, I got respect for you. I mean, if you're putting it in, cleaning up the parks when you leave, I mean, it's I got a lot of respect for them guys. Yes, we are going to Jimmy Dean's and Lotto.
I'll be there too, Jet, but I'm probably not racing.
As long as they put Jet in a different class, I'm going. If they put him in my class, I'm going to stay home.
Oh man. So any upcoming events people need to watch for? You guys are
we leave Thursday night to go to Wildcat Off-Road Park in Bernstadt, Kentucky with National Rock Racing. Be our second race of the season there. So we're looking forward to it. The Cup class starts Friday, and then the bouncer class, unlimited bouncer class, and the bounty course is on Saturday. And then, I just encourage everybody to follow Jimmy Dean's race schedule, National Rock Racing, Outlaw Racing.
Follow Offroad Performance.
Follow us on Facebook, TikTok. We'd love to have you.
I have it listed below, so if you guys don't know what it is, it's down at the bottom of the screen. Jet says he'll drive to the rig for you.
I might need to so I can get that first place.
I love that. Does anybody have any questions for Jeremy? We're going to wrap this up. Cody? You got anything?
No,
I know you always
no.
got something. No?
I know. You know what? My mind's kind of all big work day. So I wish I would have been a little more prepared for this. Otherwise, I would have a bunch for him. So Jeremy, I can't wait to meet you sometime. Hopefully I'm at an event with you.
Yes, sir.
And if so, I'll come up and actually shoot some video of you and all that too. So like I said, you seem like a great guy.
They're
been
awesome
watching your
people,
videos.
all of them.
Yeah.
They're all
yeah,
great.
I've been watching your videos of you, and it's unfortunate that the one that I've seen the latest of was the buggy in two pieces. But yeah, I'm a huge fan. So I'm honored to meet you.
Well,
all right.
We appreciate that. And buggy's back together now, no big deal, and do it again tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm glad it fell apart. We got a lot of publicity off that thing.
Heck yeah.
I'm thinking about taking the bolts out of it next weekend, just see how it goes.
Put some mild steel bolts in there.
Yeah, we'll just loosen them up. We'll forget to do that bolt check this week.
So I'm gonna close it out with one question. Are you sure you're ready?
I don't know.
What does off-road racing mean to you in one sentence?
In one sentence.
I left it for the last one.
That's tough. I can't believe you asked him that. That is tough for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's done great on here, so
I mean,
I know he has.
It's an absolute lifestyle that we love. I mean, that's just the easiest way to put it. I mean, it's a lifestyle. It's not an event. It's not a a fun weekend. And we're going to go ballet tomorrow. I mean, it's a true lifestyle that we love. So
Absolutely.
one life. That's all you got. One life.
Or that's they always say, YOLO. You only live once.
That's right. That's right.
Do you have any shout outs for team, family, sponsors?
I do. We'll shout out to Mickey Thompson Tires and Wheels, Raceline Wheels, Amsoil, of course, Offroad Performance, Jimmy Dean for always supporting us, National Rock Racing. They invited us in like family. Clyde Bynum there has treated us wonderful. Spent a lot of time with him, at dinners and stuff after races, and got to know the sport a lot better and participated in some events with him. And, everybody along the way that's helped us. I mean, it's just been so many people. Jesse Phillips, our team, Dustin Medley, Clay Kaysen, Cruz Collier, the guy that never gets any publicity for anything he does. He's been to one race, but he's the man behind the wheel at the shop that literally 40 and 50 and 60 hours a week doesn't touch anything but race buggies during the race season. I mean, he's him alongside with, a couple other mechanics that work for us. They're the ones that keeps us running realistically. And we appreciate each and every one of them. Appreciate our sponsors. And don't hesitate. Come up and talk to us, guys. If you got young kids, want to get pictures in the buggy, sit in them, be a part of it. Come down there and see us. We definitely want to encourage you to come meet us and be a part of things and
That's great.
Help us grow the sport.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you joining me. You did great.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You were a little nervous for a minute, but
yeah.
I got one.
I'm camera shy.
I got one thing I want to say is for those people that are watching, y'all in the comments, please share this. That helps little Foxy out. That helps out Jeremy with Offroad Performance. It just helps everybody in the industry. So please share it.
It helps
Get the
Trail Addiction
comments.
Official also.
Yeah, I shared it to my page also right before I came on here. So I got my folks watching too, so it just helps everybody. It gets the communication out, and we're here for Jeremy, and he's definitely entertaining. Awesome man.
Yep.
So
I'd love to see the sport look like NASCAR at some point in life. You know, I mean,
exactly.
share it, guys. I mean, there's so many people we've met on the road that didn't, like, just at a gas station. You know, we got in there, open the doors, and show them the buggies. They're completely blown away with the horsepower, the size, the weight, the agility behind them, and I just share it all you can, because it's a lifestyle that a lot of people don't know exists, and they're interested and they want to be a part of it. They don't know how to get involved, don't know where to get to it, where to go watch it at. Encourage people to come to events. You're growing a sport. If you love the sport, everything you do grows that sport, and if you're trying to make a living off of it, you're only helping yourself.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you guys have a good Tuesday night. Jeremy, I'm sure you have all kinds of stuff to do.
Oh, that's never ending. We
Cody,
appreciate
thank
your
you for
time.
joining me.
You're welcome.
And I want to let everybody know that next week it is my birthday. I am going on vacation, so I will not be doing a podcast. I will be returning the second weekend in April. So just want to let everybody know that. And I hope everybody has a good night. And let's see what Anthony said real quick. People didn't know what to think when they figured out that the buggy was hand controlled.
Yeah, the buggy behind me, we bought, was driven by a gentleman that had an accident that was a paraplegic. So the brake pedal, the rear steer, and the throttle was all on his right hand control when I purchased the buggy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And the dude can drive it. He could drive it. So
That's
it
awesome.
was definitely impressive. We took all that out. Now we're back to foot controls in it and normal steering wheel. But he was pretty impressive to watch drive it.
Awesome.
That's awesome. MRT must sponsor him. Who drove it? Yep, that's what he said. Well, I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
See you guys.